Hi guys, as you people can see, today we people are going to develop one of the Django application basically. So let us see how we people are going to develop the Django application and how we people are going to uh, make a configuration of models actually. So let's create in the first session. We'll be creating. Go to your particular C drive. In the C drive, you do have a users. In the users, you do have a Rajashekar. Over here, you need to create one particular project that is known as one particular folder known as params. I'm going to create my particular folder as params over here. Just click on that particular params and open that particular folder. And over here, we are going to create our particular project actually. Now, we people are going to create our particular project. So let's see how can we create and how we people can create an application and as well as a project. We'll have a look into that particular thing. So here, so over here, now we people have a have to create a one particular thing known as creating one particular application. So for that purpose, you need to open console. Here in this particular thing, we need to create our particular project over here. That is Django hyphen admin start project product underscore management underscore product management. When you're creating this particular thing, just observe over here. Once if you click on that, oh, it says a command already. This particular command already exists. So let me check it out. Acha, so I need to enter into my particular CD space. Parents. I need to enter into my folder. Now I need to create my particular project known as a Django-admin startup start project. Product management is my particular project. Just create on that thing. Automatically you created your particular product management over here. Once if you're created, just if you don't have an PyCharm, you can continue with command prompt. If you don't have this particular command prompt, you can go with an, if you don't want to work on that, you can go with a PyCharm also. Just go to with a PyCharm. Go to your particular PyCharm, and in the PyCharm, just open your particular project. Just click on that and open your particular project in the users in the C drive. You do have a users. In the users, just go on Rajshekar. In this, you do have a parent sons. Just find it out where the, yeah, I do have here. Just click on that and product management. Select your particular project and just click on the OK. Once if you're done, you people will get all this particular stuff over here like yeah 3.1. I have to make a configuration, yes. And now once if it's done, you people will get a settings and as well as a URLs over here. Now in the settings you do have a different kind of what we call predefined settings like installed apps and as a middleware and as a templates and database, and at the same time authentication, and as well as you do have a static which you have to store your assets and other things that you have to store over here. So for that purpose we are going to create this particular thing. Now, what we people used to do is we people has to create now our particular application. Now we need to create our particular application. Before creating that particular application, we need to check it out whether everything is in a proper way of representation is there or not. Once if it's there, that's well and good. There's no particular problem. And just click on the URLs. You do have some kind of URLs which is a predefined URLs. So no need to worry about this, but no need to worry about this particular thing actually. So that's cool. Now everything was set up. Just close this particular settings and each and everything. Now we people has to create our particular project. We need to create our particular project like application whether our application is running in a proper way or not. We need to check that particular thing. So we have a created project, right? Now go to your terminal. Over here, I need to make this Python manage.py, that is a run server, and just click on the enter. You got your particular project was running successfully and you don't have a migrate. Don't worry about this particular error code. Just go to your particular thing and 127.1, just click on that. My project is working successfully. We have landed our particular project successfully. Now, there's no kind of issues or problems as of now. Server, now you have to make sure that you need to create a one particular application actually. So to create our particular application, we need to write it as we need to write a small command, that is we need to write a small command. That particular command is python manage dot py start app, that is product, startup.products. Just click on that and wait for a few seconds. For few people, it will generate for few 30 seconds or 20 seconds. Depends upon your particular RAM and as well as a processor. I got my particular project over here. If you see my project name is products, and I do get admin, app, models, and as well as a views over here. That's fine. Now my particular things was set up, was done over here. I'm very happy, but I don't have an URLs in this particular page. Now I need to create that particular URLs. Just click on that, create URLs in a project as a one Python file as of now, as we missing that particular thing. So Django, or it doesn't give a default one actually. So now we have to make sure that we need to configure our particular application in our particular what we call in our particular settings actually. So let us go and make it as a configuration of our particular. Let's save these particular products. In our particular product management, go to the settings, and you need to make sure that here you have to make your particular application configuration. Basically, there is your particular products dot app. You do have a products right here. In the products, you do have a apps. In this particular apps, you do have a product to configure. Copy this particular product to config and go to the settings, apps. Click on that particular thing known as a apps. There is product config dot product config. I hope everyone is following the same. I hope so. So once if it's done, that's fine. Now everything is going cool actually. Now we need to start working with some kind of work functionalities actually. So what would be the work functionalities, and what we people can create over here? Let us check it out. After completion of these particular things, yeah, everything was set up. Now we people has to create our particular views. So we need to, in the views, we need to create our particular what we call we need to create our model and each and everything. We need to do all particular files. So let us create that particular things, guys. So let us create our particular model. After creation of the model, we'll start working on other functionalities. So let us start working with models. So let's go to the models, because why do we use a model is nothing but to create our admin panel, and as well as all these particular panels. We need to make sure we need to create this admin panel, super admin panel, and as well as automatically we have to create our particular database actually. So to make all this particular stuff, we need to create our particular things. We need to make sure we need to create all these particular stuffs in this particular thing. So for this, I need to create class product in this particular product is nothing but in a class, and product is nothing but in one of the subclass. And over here I want to add a models dot. I need to in the models, I have taken a models is my particular module, and here model is my particular class which I have taken from a super class. Now I need to create a name equals to models dot character field, and over here I need to take it as a maximum length. So maximum length, that is 200, comma, where I need to take the null value because it should not be the null. So I have to tell that it's a false, comma, blank. Blank is false. Once if it's done, now I need to take it as a price is my local variable of the class, class variable known as a price. Now I need to take it as a models dot decimal field. Decimal field, there is a maximum digits that you do require 5, and as well as decimal places, that is 2. And next one I want to take it in the description equals to models dot description models dot text field. I need to take it as a text field. Once the description is published, that is whenever we create the status, we need to check it out. We need to take it as is published equals to models dot, I need to take it as a boolean expression. Whether it's true, then it has to be activate, that is default value parameter is true, true. And next I need to make a created underscore at you need to make smaller letters, created underscore at equals to models dot data and time field. In this particular date and time field, you need to take it as a default equals to, that is a date and time dot now, comma, I need to take it as a blank is true. So if you're getting this particular date and time is error, just go at the top of the thing, and over there you need to take from the Django from date and time, import date and time. So now we have done with this particular process of work actually. So now after creation of this particular model, we need to make sure that the names that we have given to the particular product should not repeat actually. So for that purpose, we need to take it as a define, that is underscore str, that is return self dot name is nothing but here we have taken a name, right? The same name should not be written in the database, or only one time it has to accept. It should not accept multiple times basically. For that purpose, we have written this particular piece of the special method known as a underscore string. The same kind of a string should not be written actually. So do remember that particular thing. So once if it's done, like a price and as well as the models and as well as a description, everything that we have created. Now once if it's created, we have to now go, we have to make it as an admin part. So in the admin part, we need to make the configuration of this particular model. So let's go in the admin, in a products page, you do have an admin. Just double click on that, you'll get the admin page. In this particular admin, I need to create from there is dot models import products is my particular class. Products is nothing but from the models, it's getting the product name known as class. Just I'm importing that particular thing over here. Once if you are done over here, I need to take it as an admin dot site dot register where I need to take it as a product is my particular product. I need to take it as a product is my particular class that I have to create. Have to take it in my particular administration to make it as a register basically. So once if it's done, that's well and good. Now we people has to make a migration process now. So once if it's done, just go to every time go to your particular project and click on the XAMPP control panel. And if you get this particular XAMPP control panel, just click on start of Apache and just click on the MySQL, click on the start, because we need the server and as well as we need a database to store the information of our particular project. So in this MySQL, all the information is going to store now. So once if it's done, just to make it a side and go to your particular as in the browser and make it as 127.0.0.1. Sorry, you have to type it as localhost phpMyAdmin. Just click on that particular piece of code. Now here, now we people has to create our particular database in this particular thing. So over here, I need to create my database, and my particular database. Just click on over here. Click on over here. Here I need to create my particular database. So my database is a Django underscore Django underscore product underscore db underscore online is my particular database name which I have created. After creating that particular, just click on the create. You will get your particular project, online project. Just make a site. Now we people have been created our particular database. Now we people has to make the configuration basically. What the configuration we have to make is in the database settings, we need to configure my SQL Server database, right? So we have to make setup of that particular thing over here. So let us go there and make the setup and we'll go and make it as setup over here. Go to the settings. In the product management, go to the settings. Now, whatever the database we have created, we need to configure that particular database at our particular, in this particular part. So we need to create that particular piece of code over here. That is Django, that is MySQL. And next one is over here, we need to take that is what is our database name. Always go to over here, just copy that particular URL. Don't copy any kind of spaces. So just copy this particular URL and just paste it in your particular settings. Once if it's done, you need to take you need to take it as a user that is root separated with comma. I need to take it as a password. I need to take it as a password that is empty. So make it comma. Next one, I need to take it as a host. The host name is 127.0.0.1. Separate with comma. I need to take it as a port. I need to take the port that is 3306 is my particular port. So if you have your own ports on your particular exam, this particular port number, just take that particular port number. So whatever the port you do have, just take that particular port, guys. It depends upon your requirement. You need to change your particular port numbers also. So do remember, like you people can take choose your particular own things as per your requirement actually. So once if it's creating the migration, you have to make sure that every time when you're making any kind of migrations or migrate, you have to check your particular models whether you have done in a proper way or not. You need to make sure, you need to check every particular piece of code has to be checked actually. So before doing that particular thing, anytime you have to check your particular piece of code in the models. Go to your models and you need to make a migration is ready. So we people can start migrate. But before doing the migration, we have to make over here that is forgotten images. So whenever you're doing migration, before doing that, you need to check every particular field is available or not, or else you need to follow your particular blueprint. That is, I need to take it as an image equals to, that is models dot that is image field, that is null. I need to take it as a null is a parameter equals to, I have taken as false, comma, blank, that is false. It should not be false and it should not be the null. So that is what we have created over here. Once if it's done, once if it's done, we people has to make sure our particular the project is ready to get migrate. So we need to do the migration process right now. So let's start beginning of the particular migration process. So let's see what it's going to show if we are going to migrate the project. So click on that Python, that is manage.py, manage.py, that is make migration, py, make space make migration, migrations. Just click on enter. Automatically your particular project created module product as the migration was done now. So once your particular migration was done, now you have to check your particular migration whether it's properly done or not. So just once if it's created, you got a folder in your particular application known as migrations. So once if you're making a migration, you will get a folder known as migrations. In these migrations, you got one particular initialization of a particular module known as a 001. So double click on that and just check your particular module model migration. This is a model migration, that is migration create model, that is a name is product. So all the fields were created as of now. All the fields were created now. Once if it's created, now we need to make sure we need to create our particular what we call after creation of this everything, we need to create a proper absolute path for transferring one particular file handling, because one particular image has to transfer to another particular place actually. So for that purpose, we need to create a two particular folders, that is go to your particular products and the product management, just make it as a site, and now choose your particular main project. Over there you need to create a particular directory known as static. Make it as a static. Just click on the static, and in the static you need to create another folder known as another folder directory, that is images. Just click on that particular images, you will get that particular images. Now we need to make some kind of a migration process based upon we need to fix some kind of images path actually. So go at the bottom, you do have a static over here. In the static, we have to fix our particular piece of code over here by writing our media URL, whatever the images where it has to store, and at which particular place, at which location it has to get stored. All the information we have to write. So here we need to take it as a media underscore URL, media underscore URL, that is a slash images. Now media underscore root equals to, that is os dot path, where we people has to create where you people has to create the join. You need to make a path of join over here, that is base directory, comma, where you need to provide it as a static images that you need to provide. Static separate with comma, I need to provide it as an images, that you people has to provide a particular images. So once if you people are done with this particular piece of code, now you people has to make sure that particular thing has to make a join of absolute path and as well as a relative path, though but two particular path has to be set up over here. So once if it's set up, let us check it out. How does it going to be making as a setup over here? So once if it's set up as a media, now I need to make it as a static root actually. That is known as a static root is nothing but which is known as what we call relative path. So for that purpose, I need to make it as a static root. I need to take the static underscore root equals to, I need to set it I need to set up it as an os dot path dot join, where I have to make it as a join, that is a base directory. Take it as a base directory, comma, static files. I need to take it as a static files. So once if you are done with these particular static files, now we people has to concentrate on doing this particular thing, which is known as static directory, right? So now we people has to fix that particular static directory. So here we need to create a static underscore dirs directories. That means whatever the directories you do have, images, files, or any kind of relative directories that you people can take that particular thing over here. So once if it's taking over here, that you have to make it as an os dot path dot join. You need to take that particular join as a base directory. Now I need to create a base directory. Base directory is nothing but a complete absolute path that I have to take. Next one is I need to take it as a static. I need to arrange it as a static. Once if you are arranged with the static, that's our particular work was done. Majorly that whatever we have created, we created a static images and as well as a static files that we people has created, and as well as arrangement was done for every particular thing over here in all the images and as well as a base directory. Now once if all these particular directories and path was done, now we need to arrange this particular thing in our particular after creation of this particular entire project. Now we people has to create our particular thing known as a pip install pillow. Once it's done, you need to install, that is a pip install, that is pillow. Just install the pillow. Once if you get install pillow, if you have a version, that's well and good. If it's not there, it's going to be upgraded your particular application over here. So that's not a big deal as of now. Now once if it's done, now we people have created everything set up, like moving files from one particular location to another location. Also we have set up all the routes and as well as directories for that particular files. Now what we have to do is, now we people has to configure that particular files has to move from one location to another location. We have to provide the URLs for that. So for that purpose, we need to create, go to the product management. In this particular product management, you do have a URLs. Once if you are done with the URLs, now we need to add some kind of concat all the particular part from the administration part. Also, it has to get linked. So before doing this particular thing, you have to import few kind of modules. That modules you have to take that particular module, that is from Django dot config. You need to take it as config from the Django. Over there, I need to make that particular thing as import, that is settings. Once if it's done, from Django dot config, I need to take config dot URLs dot static, where you have to import the static function which you have created. So now I have created my particular modules has been imported. Now I need to concatenate for my particular administration part, and as well as for my user part, I need to create all this particular stuff. I need to mention, that is all this particular thing I have to create, that is settings, where you need to make this particular thing as a static function. From this particular static, I need to take it as settings. Setting. So settings, where I have activated my particular module dot media, where you need to take the media URL, media underscore, that is URL, separate with comma, document underscore root equals to, I want to make it as a setting. It should be a setting. It should be in a settings dot. Okay, let me do once again. Settings dot. I need to take the media. I need to take it as a media. I need to take it as a media file underscore root. This is what I need to arrange our particular piece of code that I have to make it as an arrangement. Once if it's done, now we are ready to make it a migration and as well as a migrate. We are ready to make it a migrate and as well as migration and as well as a migrate. So already we have done a migration, but still we'll try it out once again. If anything else missed, that particular part of things are going to be added in this particular thing actually. So let us see how do we create migrate and as well as a migration. We'll check it out. So over here, once if you have created your particular URL path, now you people has to make it as a migration path, make migrate. So it says that there is no changes that we required. Already we have a done a migration. So now we don't have any kind of changes. If we do have any kind of changes, automatically our particular system is going to make update of our particular migration. Now, once if it's done, now take it as an Python, that is manage.py. I need to make it as an migrate actually. I need to make it as an migrate, and just click on enter and just wait for a few seconds. My migration was getting started and migration has been begin. So you people should not do any kind of stupid things. Just wait for a few minutes. As per according to your RAM and as well as a processor, it is going to take some kind of time. So just wait for that. Now my particular command prompt has been got. So you people, my particular migration and as well as the migrate was completed actually. Once if it's done, now I need to make that particular thing as migration has now I have to make that particular migration has to be done basically. So all the migrations, if it's completed, that's well and good. Like if it's all the part was done. Now let's go and check it out if my migration is done or not. Just go to your particular database and just click on that particular Django. Automatically you got your particular tables, and as well as in your database you got your particular tables, and just check it out your particular product table also. You got your particular product table also with ID, image, name, price, description, is published, created date. All this particular stuff was displaying over here. Once if it's created, that's well and good. Now we people has to uh, have to create our particular super user basically. Now we people has to create our particular super user. Using that particular super user, we can create our particular super admin also. So basically, already we have a created in our particular code, we have a created like admin part also we have added. We have added the admin part, and in the administration also we do have a registered admin.site.register products. That means we have a created to create that particular super user. We need to make sure that particular part has to create. So let us create our super admin. So to access that particular thing, just go here, that is 127 point slash admin that you people can click. Once click that, okay, you don't run. You are not running your server. So to run your particular server, that is run server, and just click on this particular super admin, and you will get the administration part. But you don't have a username and password to log in this particular system. So what we have to do is you need to create a super user. For that, Python is manage.py, manage.py, where you have to create a super user. That is super create a super user. Just click on that particular thing. You will get to a particular. It's asking me to enter the leave a blank space or enter the username. I want to enter my name known as Raja. And the email ID, just to give any random email ID, or you can give your email ID also, that's not a problem. It asking me to enter the password. Always provide a password a little bit stronger. Always I used to choose my name and as well as my particular single password, that is welcome @ 123, and my password is welcome @ 123 is my particular password. Now I created my successfully I created my particular administration part. Now I need to log in over in my particular Django admin. So to okay, here is asking me to run the server, so we need to run the server over here. Python manage.py, and just click on that. You got your particular server is ready to run. So without running the server, you cannot log in. So take it as a Raja and make it as a welcome @ 123, and just get login into these particular products and just check it out. Your particular products, so you people can find your particular products over here. So now if you click on this particular products, you do have no other products actually. So you can click on this particular admin and choose some kind of information, or if you want to enter some kind of things, choose any kind of an image. Choose first image and take it as a name known as product one, and just click on that particular thing. You will get a test message of product one, and just click on the save. now a particular product was added. So you people can add now. You people are adding from here actually. There is product number capture two. That is this is test this okay product two. Product two price is 444, and this is a test adding some kind of images, or you want to add a product number 3, just product number 3, and price I want to add 888, and this is a test product 3 of test message. It is a test message of product 3. Just click on the save. You got your particular products over here. Just click on, again you have to click on your particular product and just click on that particular thing, and that is a product 4. That is price is 678. Message of product 5, and just click on the save. This is how I'm going to add my particular products, guys. Add it as a 44 and just click on the save. Automatically the product name has been changed based upon the requirement. So now we people has been created entire this particular things, right? This is how we have a created, and now you people has to check in your particular page whether all the images were transferred one particular location to another particular location. All the files are getting in your particular project. Just check it out. All the images are getting over here using that particular system path. Using this particular system path, automatically all the particular files are transferring from one location to another location. And make sure this, after writing this particular code, you have to mention that particular URL in this particular product management. You have to configure this particular thing. That is a static settings media URL. Whatever you are writing, you need to configure in the product management. In the project, you have to create this particular thing, and every particular thing you have to check before doing project. You have to check whether your particular models are available in a proper way or not. You have to check this particular piece of code. This is how we people can what we call create a models and as well as images. Once if it's done, just go to your particular database and check it out whether your particular data is available in a particular table or not. Just check it out. Once if you are receiving this particular table, in the first session, this was in a one particular session was completed. As of now, successfully completed my particular creation of models and configuration of a project, and as well as a configuration of our database, and as well as migration, and as the migrate has been done over here. So this is a session for today, and you people can make the same kind of a thing which is related to your particular project also, guys. So thank you, guys.